Welcome back to Money's Vibe, and this is definitely going to be a little different because I am actually recording audio. I'm not on video. I am currently extremely tired, you guys. You know, I share with you that I have post-concussion syndrome, and I'm just trying to figure out how to live. It's really hard sometimes for me because I just it's just hard sometimes. It's hard sometimes, and that's why, you know, I have God and my faith, and it's also why Love Island USA is kind of like a great escape for me where I can just focus on people that have nothing to do with me. Like I'm listening to the podcast right now.
What's happening? Tell us everything. Oh yeah, so modeling is definitely in my foreseeable future. Something I love doing, more so on the editorial side. I feel like I'm more of like an editorial type of model. So that's always been my dream as a kid. So to know that I can possibly live out those dreams now as a 27-year-old woman, I am elated to do so. Obviously, I have some big plans, some big things coming up. I don't want to necessarily say it too fast because it's still in the works right now. But I do have a lot of big surprises coming up here soon. Definitely want to continue to set myself up for the future. When I came off the show, obviously longevity is something that I've always preached to every single person I always met with. As far as like trying to find out managers.
Every once in a while, I just find myself so emotional, and I'm not always sure why. So today I'm just going to talk to you. I have Olandria's picture there, and I cannot lower this. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to actually lower the podcast. So yeah, it's now October, and maybe I'm upset because it's coming close to the anniversary of when my mom died of breast cancer. So I do have a post saying that I never need to be reminded about breast cancer month because I lost my mom during that time, this time in 2008. So that could be why, because I feel like every October it's just very difficult for me this month. I have a huge lump in my throat. So I was like, you know what? I'm posting about Olandria all the time, you know, and I listened to her interview at Tuskegee, and I listened to the interview she did, the Ola tour. And so I listened to this whole interview, and then I feel, then I start crying a bit, but it's not that I'm, number one, I understand her. Like, y'all with me on this channel, I mean, really you see one side, but the whole part of my life since I was 18 has been working with youth and doing outreach and sharing my story, because my story is not like a happy one. You know what I mean? And I was kicked out of my house in high school, and I had to figure out how to go to university. You know, I've not had that support, and so, you know, a lot of my friends, you know, were in our 50s, and I see how they are with their kids, you know, and now their kids are in their 20s, and they do everything for their kids, and they help them through university, and I didn't have any of that. And I find that I'm a little bit disjointed. I don't know what the word is, but I'm definitely realized something about myself, that it's not that I'm cold, it's just that I never had that. I had to do everything on my own and figure it out. And so, you know, it was very different for me. And so I'm very proud of my success and everything I've done on my own as an artist, as a writer, you know. And then I went through this concussion thing, and it's really changed my life. And so I did a live the other night for one person. Thank you, one person. And I try to freestyle, just like now. I don't have notes. I never plan what I'm gonna say, because sometimes I do have difficulty with my speech and different things when my brain gets tired, and I'm very tired today, y'all. But I'm laying down, and So, I watch Love Island, and I'm the type, I'm a romantic, so definitely, like, I was crying like the end of season 2 with all the love bombing they were giving each other, Johnny and Sally and Justine and Caleb. And I was always telling my friends about Justine and Caleb, and they're probably like, girl, why are you talking to us about a reality show? I don't have any friends that watch a show the way I do. I have a lump in my throat now too, just from being anyways. So um you know I was saying this, so I've been watching each season. There are always people that stand out. So I was like, I love Queen Justine, okay? I can't believe that she's 32 years old now. Like, time flies so much. um and then Serena and Cordell, I feel like, yes, Cordell, there's people that have something special in, and it's from years and years of working with young people and artists. They're just sometimes things that and I have discernment, they call it, where I can tell things about people. They're just people that have this thing, and it's not something you can learn. Cordell Beckham also has that, and it makes him very special. And he 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 hasn't even hit the beginning of his potential yet. And one of the things, like, I love Serena and Cordell as a couple. um and but one of the things that I love about Cordell, and I'm sure I have it on my channel, is that he's so comfortable in his skin, like he can just do anything. And there's just a funny video of him running to the Cheez-Its mascot, and they're swinging around, and I'm like, oh my gosh, who is this guy? But such an amazing young man. And every time I've heard him speak, it's like, I mean, he just turned 23, but he was 22 years old, especially when I heard him and his father speak, or anytime I heard him speak, do interviews, like very serious ones, he really had his stuff together. And it was just nice. And it comes from how his family, that really comes from family. And I think what it is every once in a while, well, when I was younger, it was really hard. I feel like I spent my whole life, I'm just moving around, trying to just to have a family, because I had one, but not in that way. It's very dysfunctional. And then I spent my adult life trying to be a family to my, but it didn't work, and then getting the concussion, you guys, is like the scariest thing ever. And I have videos on it. It's terrible. It's terrible. I literally just walked into something. And that's the thing I keep telling people. I just walked into something. That's when I was sharing my story. Walked into something, banged my head, and my life has changed. Okay, and it's over 6 years. And it's hard because I'm a performer, you guys. Like, I do poetry and I sing. And I'm singing around the streets with my headphones on, and I sing at home, but I haven't really performed yet, and it's something I really want to try to do. I have a couple of issues. Actually, I really say issues, but at work they told me it's issues. Anyway, I'm going to go back to how I said it. I have one issue that I am afraid of. Well, I have two major issues. One is heightened startle reflex, meaning I'm easily scared, and it sucks. It is, I mean, I don't know how you say it's getting better. It won't go away. And so, well, what is better is that I'm not, before I would be scared, I would fly backwards. Like, it could be anything, like a door opens suddenly and there's a person there, and I would scream and go flying back. Like, that was my natural reaction, not one that I wanted. It's terrible. I And then the other thing that does scare me is I can't laugh hard. Like, I did it during the live. I actually had to delete the video because I was playing a song that I liked and I'd wondered if there'd be a copyright thing and it was there. So I was like, I'll just take off the live. It was me like how I'm talking now anyway, just sharing personal stuff and also talking about Love Island. So I can't laugh hard. So I have a laugh, okay? But if I really laugh hard, it's literally like I am going to pass out. And it's something I've realized this year because I wasn't laughing that much when I first had the concussion. I wasn't laughing that much when I had the relapse. So if I go to really, so it scares me a little bit. No, it scares me a lot, I'll be honest. Um, yeah, and I'm known for my laugh. I was famous for my laugh. The principal would come down to the cafeteria and be like, Anne Marie, could you keep it down? We're trying to have a meeting in the staff room. So, yeah, that part. In my laugh now, it's changed. I don't know. But, anyways, but I can't laugh hard because it's like I'm blacking out. So that is crazy. I mean, I guess I should tell my doctor or a neurologist about that. It's since the concussion, it's not a problem that I had before. Anyways, enough concussion and post concussion talk. So I was listening to Olandria just talk. She's such a go getter, and that was me too. So I relate to her in so many ways. I'm also, which is scary, 30 years older than her, and that's just wrong. So I know she's going to be successful. But if you listen to the interview, number one, yeah, okay, the reason that I don't write all this stuff about her and Nick and boyfriend and girlfriend and everything is I follow her lead. You understand? Like, while everybody's writing and doing all this stuff, and somebody did have a wedding photo the other day, and it freaked me out because I'm like, what are y'all doing? Listen, God has her. Like, she also has that gift. There's something very special about her. There's something about her. Even when I was doing the reviews, I would just stop and be like, I couldn't talk anymore because I'd be like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. It's like spellbinding, but there's something about her. There's a special quality. It's not something that you can manufacture, and it's something she's always had. And what is happening is that she's being presented with circumstances now where these qualities and these things that have always been a part of her are now being seen by so many people. Okay. And I meet young people like her all the time. Like, or when you're, especially when you're working in the arts, you're working with people and there'll just be somebody, they just have this thing and you're just like, oh yeah, you're gonna be famous. Yeah, I can list the people I've said that to, and they are, and they were, you know what I mean? So she has that. And I think from day one, i I wasn't like shipping, I wasn't shipping them. Like, you'll see my videos, I never quite say, I just post what I see without making all kinds of, I don't know, lovey-dovey things, because what I see and what I said from day one, what I like about Nick is is that he holds her, he supports her, he's there for her. I just made the video of the Halloween homecoming, and the song I chose was I'll Be a Protector. And I chose that song because of Nick, because of how he is with Olandria. And and that it's been that way. It's been that since they came off of that island, the things that she had to endure. I'll tell you when I felt that about him, when he did that very first interview with Chicks in the Office. And that's when I knew who Nick was. That's when I knew. I didn't know on the island. When they came off and he did that interview by himself without Olandria and made sure to mention her, because I'm sure he'd seen the things that they were saying because they were quite negative. That's when I was like, I like this kid, And it's like, I'm like, I still got one eye on him, because of that, because of Sierra. And I really have hardly said her name. Um, but in all of my reviews, I was always like, when they first came out, I did think he should have talked to her. I do think he should have because he slept with her. And that's, well, I don't know. I guess young people take it more lightly, but I think it was a big deal. And I felt at first like it's a cop out. Like, no, he should then. I don't feel that way now, but I definitely, you'll see, I said in my videos, I was quite comfortable saying it. But as time went on, um, it just didn't make sense. You know what I mean? And I know in my adult life, let's say that oh, yeah, I can tell you now. I talked to somebody. Well, did we really talk? I'm in touch with somebody, but it's just not working out, I guess. And so when there's one-sided communication, I will try a few times, right? I'll leave a message. I'll be like, nice twice, that's what I say. And then I move on. I delete whatever. And even I've had heartbreak too, and it's hard. It's and sometimes what it is, probably in Sierra's case, like I feel like nobody has any sympathy or empathy for her, but imagine you're on a show, you really like this guy, you're kicked off the show. Like, I don't know, like mentally, I just think it would be difficult, but nobody seems to really see that side for her. But her what she's doing is not rational. She and I know she's friends with Cassie and Johnny because I was like, why do I know her? And then I'm like, where are they? Where's Cassie? Johnny's in a good relationship now. She was on the show season 5, and Cassie's been on it a few times, and um yeah, I don't know who her friends are, her family, but I do hope she can get some help because she's definitely in the irrational phase of whatever's going on and it's not good. So yeah, I didn't know that she was at this Agua de Kafir um party. Somebody else posted it and I was just like, wow. I didn't have a lot of commentary on it, but I just all I can say about her is I want her to get help. I really do because it's not good. Uh it's just not good. Okay, now back to Olandria and Nick. So I think the reason I felt upset listening to her is I can relate to her being single for a long time. I did have more than one boyfriend though when I was younger. Not so much any when I'm older, but um, I can just kind of relate to her experience in such a different way. And she's so strong. And what hit me is when she said, I feel it's things that people said to her when they were talking to her about modeling. And she said she could see herself more as I can't remember the word, but basically saying that she would probably be more like in magazines as opposed to on the runway. And I'm like, girl, I have a post. I have on my channel a post about all of the models who were like 5'3" or 5'2" that were on those runways. So I hope that that's not things that people put in her head from when she was on that runway because no, 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 no. She can, Olandria girl, you can be on the runway. Your personality is 10 feet tall. Your confidence, so you got this. Like I know somebody else, they're gonna put you on the runway, girl. You're yes, you'll be in magazines too, but no, you can walk. You can walk. Don't let people say you can't walk. Girl, I'm pigeon toed. You know what I mean? Like the internet is just too harsh as well. So I am just kind of rambling right now. But yeah, these were some things I was talking about on my live too. And I was talking about Shelly and Ace as well because I have looked at them. I don't it's not intentional that I'm that I post more about Olandria and Nick. It it kind of happens every season that I post about one person more. Um, I don't know if this just kind of it's not intentional that I post about them more. Well, they're everywhere. But so are Shelly and Ace and Amaya. But what I love is that everybody has an amazing career. Even people that were on the show for 2 minutes. Like even Iris has an amazing career. And she comes from a really well-to-do family, I think, but you didn't know that. And her and TJ are still together. Now, Shelly and Ace for me are just very interesting. And I watched somebody posted their TikTok live and they're different. They're different. And I think it's because I think it's Serena Cordell, Serena's definitely more private. So they just like doing their TikToks and their dances and stuff. And they're funny. Leah and Miguel are, to me, their love and their relationship is very mature. And it has been from day one. Leah and Miguel also raised at the top of
Okay,
it.
here's our outfits, guys.
So I don't know, like he's got a lot of personality and a lot of energy. Ace and Shelly, like, she's a cutie patootie. It's just they're interesting. So I don't know, like people I have no idea. I know that Ace is like Shelly is his first girlfriend and his last. And when he says that, I think he means it, okay? Um and so yeah, I don't know, but I love the opportunities that she's getting and that Ace, even when I did my review is like who's going to be Ace's manager? He's his own boss. He's done everything himself, but it's good to see that he's getting some gigs and brand deals and stuff that have to do with dancing and that he just got to co-host that show with Mal B. I didn't watch the show, but I know that he did that, which is awesome. Um, and what I was saying last night too on my live, which I'll say now because my live is gone, is that yeah, like I'm not well, I don't know what the word is, but somebody came to fight with me the other day about something. I didn't know what they were talking about, but I was like, I don't do that. I'm not one of them. So I'm not going to call myself a Nicolandrian or a Van Carthen because my name is Amani or Amory Woods is my birth name. I've never really identified with a star. And so like I love Halle Bailey. I love her. She has a CD, a new album coming out. And then when I was younger, there are stars that I loved, but I've never called myself like so that I'm just probably that's just not me, but I support them and I just like how they are together. I like how Alondra and Nick are together. I like that Nick is like super super hyper and might have ADHD. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, Nick. I'm not trying to be mean. He has a lot of energy, and I like that Alondra is like calmer, and so that kind of like she kind of grounds him, and he's kind of all over the place sometimes, but then she's the opposite of that because she's more organized. So I feel like in that way they come together. And too, when he was riding the scooter and she was like on the scooter with him and she said like she she want she's glad that he's more playful so that she can have more fun. So I love that he brings that out in her. And, those pictures from that Halloween party are so awesome and telling. And I love that she was there cheering him on when he DJ'd the whole time. And there, she told him she was proud of him because everybody can lip read, and I posted it too. And I just like how they are together. And I've said that from day one, from the time he took her to Greece. I'm like, whatever this is, I like it. I don't care. I don't care for it to have a label. But if you listen to the podcast, I mean, yeah, they're in a relationship. Yeah, then everybody's going on when Nick said partner. I'm not going on about it because you know what? I know Olandria, and Olandria's probably like, just try not to say. And Nick can't hold, he can't keep a secret. He can't. So they probably had a practice. She's like, just don't say girlfriend. Don't say relationship. Say partner, okay? Partner. I can totally see her like coaching him behind the scenes because he's such a loose cannon that way. Um, yeah, and so it's great that they're getting recognition. It's great that she is, but I'm really all for her. Like, I'm really all for Olandria's career, and that I like that he supports her and he lifts her up. And you whether you're interracial or it's blackety black love, you want a man that supports you, right? And is not trying to be the center of attention. And if you look at Miguel and Leah, they're like that also. Miguel, he's always there with Leah, and he lets her shine, and he supports her, and it's important. It's good, and it's especially though because of the type of personality Nick has. He definitely could steal the spotlight anytime he wanted to, and he doesn't do that. And that's the other reason that I really like him. Seeing he doesn't do that. He's a model. He did a little modeling thing to the side, New York Fashion Week, and I did post it. He could have there's so much he could have done. He doesn't make it about him. Like, that's amazing. So again, whatever it is, whatever they are, I just think they're great. And whenever I make videos of them, it just makes me smile. Like, all the editing stuff, and it makes me smile. That's it. And I feel the same way about Serena and Cordell when I'm editing things about them. I'm just like at home smiling. I'm like, I don't know these people, you know? I will write blogs and articles. I'm definitely going to write. I'm working on a blog now, really about the show and the producers. I have that in my first blog as well. And what are they going to do? What are they going to do for the next season that's going to help women of African descent or African American or Black women or women that are coming there from the Middle East or who are Muslim or who are from other countries? Like, what are the producers in the show going to do to deal with different ethnicities, and as opposed to creating storylines that make them negative, storylines that support them? Like, that is what my main concern is about Love Island. And then that's what I was saying last night. It's like, do we all boycott it? Is Alondria's success worth the pain, the negative editing, and the extreme racism that she went through coming off the show? Is her success worth it? And so that was what I asked in my live, and the person there, they said um, that they think, yeah, it is worth it. And so that's my question. That's kind of what I'm dealing with in this blog I'm writing about the show. Anyways, so that's it. I mean, this is kind of what my live was like last night, freestyle. So this is an audio version of my live, and you know what? I this is how I did my this is how I would do my reviews, because at first I don't know, making all these videos, and then I just have like a couple images. So I'm just gonna have an image up, and and then have this. So, you know, hopefully you like my channel. I know that a lot of people that are on my channel are kind of younger, Gen Zs and millennials, and I know they love the shorts, but I do have some of my own content there. I am really going to make videos, and I definitely I want to interact as well, like to have people in my live, but I know it takes time. I asked Nikki Worldstar, like, how did this work when you got but it's over time. Like, you build followers and you build subscribers. Like, I have a subscriber, Sir will go off, and she is comical. I remember her name. And then I have one, Earth Angel, and then I have some like from way back, but the sir will go off is just funny because I'm like, I'm not cussing. This is a no cuss um channel, and she's like, I cuss, but I respect your guidelines. I don't know. I just thought that was so funny. But to be honest, I'm grateful for my subscribers because first of all, I don't deal with it. Like, I will just delete I just had one person that would just come in. I don't know. I think it was almost funny what the negativity they would post, but I just really had one person. So I really hadn't had that. And I keep stressing this is a positive vibes only zone. Remember, be positive, because I think it's important. And right now, there's enough negativity and hate and so many things in the world, and there's enough stuff, in my life that I have to deal with. So Love Island USA continues to be my escape. Something that I enjoy posting because yeah, it's like it's fun. It's fun because it's just fun. That's it. And I continue to follow different people's careers, and over time you'll see, like, I'm trying to put something together on Alana now, who's from season 1, or I'll do these features and I know it's not necessarily appreciated, or I'll let people know, oh, I did a vlog vignette about you, and they might not care. But that's how people are. And then, if I'm famous all of a sudden, they'll be like, oh yeah, she did this story about me on her channel. Well, no, I always say the same thing, like, treat me the same way as when you didn't know who I was. You know what I mean? I think that's how it should be. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's it for me. I hope you have a blessed day. I think it's a Monday. I am very tired and I am going to go to sleep now, but you know what to do. Please like and subscribe. And like I always say, because that's what's up.